I'm Hannah, and today I'm going to make a festive wreath. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is make the frame for the wreath. I made these last year and they've just been up in the loft and they're still good to go. So these are going to be extra wreaths I'm going to make this year. You can buy these from the shop, ready-made, but I like to make mine from scratch and they're really not that hard to do. So I'm going to make them myself. To make my wreath frame, I'm using willow that I cut out of the garden yesterday. You don't have to use willow, you can use any kind of long stick that you can find. I like willow because it's bendy and it doesn't snap and it holds its shape quite well. And also you get these extra bits that help give a bit more structure to your frame. The length they are depends on the size of wreath that you want to make. I like mine to be quite big, but if you're making smaller ones, then you won't need as long a lengths. So the first thing I'm going to do is to take one length and I'm going to bend it round into a circle at the right size that I want to make. It'll be that big, which is a decent size. Then you need to join the ends together, and you can use anything. You can use string. I'm using a basic Florist wire, which I'm just snipping with some wire cutters. All I'm going to do is take that piece of wire and just wrap it a couple of times around the end of the sticks so it holds together. So obviously that doesn't look like much of a wreath at the moment. That's why you need multiple sticks. So I'm going to take a second stick and I'm going to start that a bit further down and wrap that round. Again, take a piece of wire. You can cut this stuff with scissors, you don't need wire cutters. You've got a good sturdy pair of scissors. And just tie that on nice and tight. Making sure that they're going in the same direction. And I like to weave them around a little bit. Then just repeat that step until your frame starts to feel like it's got a bit more structure, a bit more strength to it. And try and make sure that you're going in the same direction every time. Once you're sure about how long a piece of wire you need, cut, 5 or 6 pieces of wire so you haven't got to keep stopping. I reckon that'll do for now. It's not a perfect circle, but it'll do. If you've got a pair of secateurs, you can trim off any sticky out bits if you want. That'll do for me. Okay, so now my frame is made, it's time to decorate it. And for that, you might want to do a bit of foraging. Here it England, it's coming into winter time, and I've raided the garden and picked evergreen plants that are going to last during this cold period. I'm going to hang the wreath on my front door, so it's going to be outside in the cold. Fresh flowers, they don't generally last very long, so I go for things that are still green in the garden in England in December. Find some laurel, some variegated holly, some with berries on, some cotoneaster, which has got some nice red berries on it, and a couple of different kinds of conifer and spruce. This is the fun bit where you can really let rip with your artistic skills. What you're basically going to do is make multiple mini bunches of greenery to put around your frame. I'm guessing for a frame about this size, I'm going to need about 12 bunches. So what I'm doing is putting together kind of a green fan, just with a selection of bits and bobs. There's one. Take off enough lower leaves so that you've got enough stems that you can join together. I'm going to use these little bands. I think these are loom bands that you can get. I think kids make bracelets out of them or something. Anyway, I got this whole packet for about 10p from the craft shop. So yeah, so just get your arrangement. Put that in there. Just tie it up with the band. So you have something like that. Once you've got a whole load of these, all you do is wire them onto your frame. I'll show you that in a second. I'm just going to make a few more of these. So I've managed to get 12 bunches and a massive mess on the floor. But there we go. So next thing is to get them attached to the frame. Here's the frame. And you're going to need your wire or string back again. Wire is better. I'm going to cut quite a long length of wire for this. So to construct, you lay your fan onto your wreath. It's good if you can find a hole in the frame and push the wire through. Wire that on nice and tightly. With the second one, you're going to overlap slightly so that the big part of the fan covers up the elastic band and the wire from the previous one. So that one will go on like that. So you start to build up your frame. Oh, for a minute there I thought 12 was going to be too much, but it turns out it was just right. So here's the moment of truth. Will it all hold together? Yeah. Well, there we are. Hello. So the next thing I do is hang it up and then you can tweak it. Now you can see it, but I can't. Just hung this up over the corner of the door, and you can see when I've hung it up, this bit's come a bit loose, so all I need is a little bit of wire and just reposition that and get another piece of wire just to hold these bits that are drooped in place, because you never know until you've picked it up which bits are going to droop, which bits need an extra bit of support. So I'm giving it a bit of a tweak, and hopefully if I hang it up now, it's looking a bit rounder. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, please subscribe to my channel, Make It, Do It, Mend It, where you can find other videos about DIY, home maintenance, and making, doing, and mending things. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers, bye.